afternoon, everybody. My name's Mark, and I'm here at Toyota of Olympia. And I wanted to talk with you today about the Toyota Prius. This is a 2017 Toyota Prius liftback. We're going to have some different variations in the Prius line. There's a smaller C, a bigger V, and then the liftback, which most people are most closely associated with. So what we're going to have in the liftback is we're going to have the best of both worlds. We're going to have gas mileage that on this particular model is going to be a combined 52 miles per gallon between city and highway. You can see all the way up to a combined 56 in the 2 Eco. You're going to have the full host of Toyota Safety Sense on this vehicle. That's going to give you an intelligent cruise control called Dynamic Radar Cruise Control. It's going to give you a lane departure system with steering assist, which will actually, after you depart a lane accidentally because you've grown distracted or tired, will actually gently steer you back into the lane. It's going to give you automatic high beams so that you maximize visibility at night without having to play the on and off game with your high beams, as it detects other vehicles in the area and will automatically default to the high when you turn it on and then to the low when it senses other vehicles. And then the pre-collision system. The pre-collision system is going to let you know when you're statistically unlikely to be able to stop as you're closing on a fixed object, and if you don't, it's going to give you a last-minute warning and then do the stopping for you. This also works for pedestrians and large animals, so if you live in an area with deer and elk, this might be the vehicle for you. When we're looking at the Prius, the first thing that you need to know is that the vehicle's been designed from top to bottom to give you an absolute low-maintenance, highly economical driving experience. So you're going to look at the car and you're going to see small features like these vortex generators and the different styling cues on the vehicle that's going to give an overall aerodynamic efficiency to the vehicle. It's going to help contribute to that excellent gas mileage. You're also going to find that the vehicle's very economical to maintain, with doing brakes less frequently because you're not burning up traditional brake pads. You're recapturing that energy of motion, translating it into electricity, sending it to a drive battery in the back for later use to up your efficiency while driving. You're also going to oil change with less frequency because instead of having a gasoline engine do all the work for you, you've got electric motors helping to pull you along. As we go around the vehicle, you're going to see that it comes in a beautiful red color here. You're going to know that there's a host of different colors that you can get on it, as well as trim levels. We have everything from a 1, 2, 2 Eco, 3, 3 Touring, 4, and 4 Touring available in the Prius liftback. This gives you a whole range of options as far as things that you'd like to see in your vehicle. Do you like heads-up display? That's available. Do you like a sunroof? That's available. Heated seats, power driver's seat, all these things that you wouldn't normally anticipate finding in what some would view as a very economical car. There are lovely creature comforts in here, including a JBL upgraded stereo. So just depending on what's important to you, the Prius can help supply that. So as we're looking at the vehicle, we're going to see that not only do you have an economical vehicle, you also have excellent cargo space. People sometimes don't understand how much room is actually in the back of a Prius. You know, you can put everything from a filing cabinet to a recumbent bicycle back there. So just depending on what the needs of you and your household are, the Prius really is a Swiss Army knife. That would be a good compliment. So this particular vehicle is going to include some additional features on it. You'll see that it's got front and rear parking sonar on it, which is going to incorporate features like rear cross traffic alert, parking sonar. You've got blind spot monitor on the vehicle. This particular vehicle even has the technology to parallel park itself. So if you're comfortable with the future, here it is. So the Prius is a vehicle that I would recommend to my family and my neighbors because of its low cost of maintenance, low cost of ownership. And when you get inside the vehicle and you drive it, the highest compliment that I can give it is that I forget that I'm driving a hybrid. I don't feel in any way, shape, or form that I've compromised safety, comfort, or convenience in order to have the economy that I wanted to. So the Prius, I really enjoy showing it to people because Toyota, not surprisingly, has done a top job. So now that we've had a brief overview of the car in general, let's take a look at the interior features. So as we get inside the car, you're going to see everything's conveniently laid out for you. Hood release, gas, automatic high beams, your independent parking system, which is an absolute hoot to use, traction control, automatic windows. One of the fun things about the Prius is there's some advents in technology. For example, you're going to have a wireless QI charger down here for all you Samsung and Android fans, and anybody who's gone out and grabbed an Apple iPhone X or 8. You're going to be able to select different drive modes with the vehicle. You're going to see that you have an excellent LCD screen up here. All of your heating and cooling controls, and then generous screens up front. If we start to look at some of the information that will be displayed up there. So this will be the control center of your car. You're going to be able to use controls that are based on the steering wheel to navigate all the different options that are available to you up there on those twin screens. It's going to display to you any number of features, including power usage of the vehicle. You can see down there, if you are interested in techie things, you can watch as power is generated from the vehicle. It will show you with different live animation the color coding as power is either generated from the motor, sent to the battery, generated by the motor and sent to the wheels, recaptured by the wheels and sent to the battery, or sent from the battery to the wheels to drive. So you can have live feedback on exactly how economical you're being with your driving experience. Nice thing is you don't have to think about it. The Prius thinks about it for you. So on the interior of the car, you're going to see that they've put some good thought into creature comforts and styling. You're going to have a leather-wrapped steering wheel. This is the Prius 3. You're going to have leather-wrapped steering wheel. You're going to have integrated navigation on this model, which functions independently of any connection to your smartphone. Different little hidey holes things for your sunglasses. Lighting for the car, as you would expect. Mirrors with thoughtfully placed lights up above to give you best shadows when you're checking on your beauty factor in the evening. You're going to have a generous storage container in the middle of the car, as well as charging spots. You're going to have a USB and auxiliary port there with the cigarette lighter adapter that nobody uses for cigarette lighting, because that's just not what we do anymore. We should have a vaping box somewhere. You're going to have your glove box over here filled with all the information that'll help you get to know your Prius from top to bottom. And the seats are nicely appointed with stain resistant and really beautifully wearing fabric. You're going to also have the option of different trim colors. This is the black. There's also a moonstone available, both in the cloth as well as in our Softex leather. That's actually a fiber made out of bamboo, so it's sustainable and easy to maintain our high levels of quality. So on the vehicle, you can see that even when I've slid the seat all the way back, a good test is, can you sit behind yourself in the vehicle? And the answer is yes, I can. So I'm no giant, but at 5'10", I'm able to sit behind myself in the vehicle. Very 60-40 split rear seat allows you to balance between passenger space as well as cargo. And you're going to have different options across the lines, whether you have a soft tonneau cover, a hard tonneau cover, cargo mats, or nets in the back. So you'll see that we have different options as far as our exterior features on the wheels as well. You have different sizes of wheels and wheel covers and alloy wheels available across the trim lines. So I think it's time for a drive. Well, hello again, everyone. We're just fixing to take off in our 2017 Prius liftback. So we're just going to get ourselves into gear here, take off our parking brake, and go. You'll see that on our different display screens, you're going to see a host of things come up. As we get close to objects, you'll see that we'll have parking sonar that will come up and display on what side obstacles and in what proximity they are to our vehicle. You're going to see that we have all your standard features on the vehicle, like automatic headlights, which will turn the headlights on and off depending on the time of day, or not the time, but the brightness outside. You're going to have that in conjunction with those automatic high beams to kind of leave that as a set it and forget it sort of experience. You're going to see that everything's just, I don't know, it's just kind of intuitive. Toyota puts a lot of thought into making a car that you find easy to drive. It's safe, it's comfortable, and if I would ever stop talking, you would hear that it's quiet. So you're going to see also we've got different drive modes that are available to us. As I press this drive mode button and we look at the top screen, you'll see that there's a power mode, an eco mode, and a normal mode. So I'm just going to confess, most people don't go out looking for a Prius for the power mode, so I like to leave it in eco, so then you can play that game with yourself. What sort of gas mileage can you maximize? We post a very realistic combined 52 miles per gallon on the vehicle. I oftentimes have customers come back and tell me that they've exceeded those expectations, but I'll leave that to you and your ownership to see the good results on. So we've got all of our safety features up and running. We're going to have our lane departure alert once we're above 32 miles an hour. We're going to have our pre-collision system. We're going to have our pedestrian avoidance. But there's no pedestrians to avoid. The vehicle, you'll find, is really straightforward. I love that I don't have to think about all the different features on it. They just kind of complement my driving experience instead of taking it over. For example, just how intuitive and simple the ventilation controls are. Just 3 buttons to control the whole thing. Some makes and models are doing entirely a touch screen, which makes it really cumbersome when you're driving to adjust your different climate controls. Toyota understands how people operate, and they put 3 buttons right here so that you can stay safe while you're driving. As is necessary on a day like today too, I've got variable intermittent wipers. You can hear the very low hum of the hybrid motors spinning from that braking experience and increasing our fuel efficiency. The hybrid tech that you find in the Prius today really is the cutting edge of technology out there. Toyota tests and perfects everything that they put on the road. So I can say from experience that you will not be disappointed with your Prius purchase. It's funny how frequently people who buy Priuses come in another 5 to 7 years to buy another Prius. So what they find is they find an improved driving experience, improved technology, but a very similar level of satisfaction with their purchase. They liked it so much, they came in to buy another one. I expect that you probably would too. So Toyota's maintained their tried and true formulas on this one, all the controls just where you'd like them. The hybrid technology functioning seamlessly with the standard gasoline engine in it. It uses the same 1.8 liter engine that Toyota offers in some of its other lineup, such as the Corolla and in the previous generation of the hybrid Camry. The 1.8 is a tried and true gasoline engine, and will offer you years of very low maintenance, very high satisfaction use. So let's see, if I'm going slow enough, my battery's charged sufficiently, I should be able, oh, see, I'm going too fast, but when you're in those stop and go sort of situations, I don't know if you experienced that on your local interstate, where we're in electric mode only. So now, as you can see on the indicator up there, next to eco mode, I'm traveling in full electrical mode. You can see that as displayed on the screen as well. So now the vehicle functions completely independently of my controls. So now if I put my foot in it, go to accelerate, it kicks me out of electrical mode and brings the gasoline motor into it as well, which is nice because I didn't have to think about doing that. I had need for more power. I asked the vehicle for more power, and the vehicle delivered without me having to think twice. here we are pulling into the dealership. So that'll conclude our virtual test drive of the 2017 Prius Liftback 3. So now this vehicle is available in multiple other trim levels, so come on in and see which mix of options works best for you and your family. So again, this is Mark from Toyota of Olympia. I want to thank you for your time. We understand that life gets pretty busy and it's hard to make it down for a test drive, so we hope that this virtual test drive was helpful to you in your buying experience. Come on down, we'll treat you with that same sort of thoughtfulness when you come on down to put your hands on it in person. Thank you very much.